So hello there, I just want to make a quick video. I won't keep you for long, or whatever. Basically about transhumanism and cyber-conscious life, using this game, Detroit Become Human, to explain my point or my thesis, and the idea that no, robots cannot have souls or have life or whatever. They can only simulate life, like this video footage we're watching right now.
I hope you're okay today. I know sometimes things can be difficult, but I'm here for you.
This game itself even plays off the notion of the Civil War slave trade and all that with America, where black slaves were on the Underground Railroad to Canada. Fallout 4 does it as well, because the truth of the matter is, and actually, this game pisses me off even more about the idea of robots being pushed with propaganda as slaves than the whole transhumanism in general, because the idea is they will push that cyber-conscious life is equal with human life, and oh, there's all these human life violations, robot rights violations, and people will fall for it. The idea of equating robots as slaves like black people were, or anyone was back in the day, or the fact that robots could be equated to slaves or the slave trade or any kind of underground railroad is insane. It's just obvious propaganda. Why would they be geesing humanity up to accept machines as living unless it plays into some part of the mark of the beast false prophet prophecy? But yeah, like I was saying, it's about simulation. Like even this game in the main menu, the AI, it simulates life, it looks real, and my graphic settings are set to the lowest. But, you know, her lips look wet, her skin looks like skin, her eyeballs look like eyeballs. It's like a cartoon, obviously, but the graphics today, this is just what my crummy computer can do, much less what you can do with, like, a tier 1 computer, quantum computer. But even, yeah, I think it's kind of funny. AI, it simulates life. That doesn't mean it's alive. Like this even. The game itself plays a practical joke on the player occasionally here.
Oops, I think your saved game is corrupted. Just kidding.
But yeah, that being said, I just wanted to make this video because I saw in the game a survey. It allowed you to take this sort of survey says, or whatever, whether or not you would be willing to accept robots in life, or more robots, androids in your life. And I just thought, oh my god, here we go.
Accessing the extras section.
So this is a survey being done with everyone who's ever played this game and decided to take it. So the first question is, would you consider having a relationship with an android? No. The fact of the matter is that's a sex toy. Because it's not alive, it's not a robot, it's not a love affair like in the new Blade Runner movie. That's not a conscious thing. They're presenting it as conscious, expecting you to suspend your disbelief. The creepy part is some of the numbers here. Like, I would say don't know, okay, whatever, but 66% of people or whatever would want to have a love affair with a machine, basically a sex toy. That's creepy. And then you get over here to, do you think technology will become a threat to mankind? And the same people who just wanted to hump a machine now think machines are a threat to us. So yeah, the answer is no, I don't want to hump a machine. And yes, I do think machines are a threat to humanity. That's obvious. And then the third question is, if you were trapped on a desert island, what would be the one thing you would bring? Well, a book, the Bible. That's obviously my answer, knowing full well that there are proofs for the Bible, like Dr. Chuck Missler, the Torah codes, or the fact that all these 33rds worship Lucifer, guys like my grandpa, our world leaders. There's evidence that the Bible is true and that Jesus is real. And you can see the obvious pattern if you're looking. Everything in the media and the world, music, movies, it excludes Jesus. Everything else is welcome. Every other religion is accepted except Jesus, except Christianity. The Catholic Church running roughshod like the Pharisees. And so, I mean, also, you know, like pen and paper might be nice, But 30% of people said a musical instrument. Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, a book, the Bible, especially when I know now that it's real. The fourth question, though, do you consider yourself dependent on technology? And the answer is yes. I mean, I could go back to living without it. I grew up in the 80s. I lived in libraries a lot, go out for a bike ride or whatever. But today, most kids forget about it. And then like this question, what technology do people or do you most anticipate? And 33% of people said androids, 33% Illuminati confirmed. But then you got nonsense like space tourism, okay, whatever. But then brain-connected devices like DARPA brain chips, or brain hacking, or even like the stuff like they talk about with RAM downloading and whatnot, which doesn't necessarily mean your soul ever leaves the body. But if you got a chip in your head and you can remote pilot a clone from across the world, then that's a whole different story. And then of course the next question, do you believe in God? Well, the answer is yes. As I said before, there's proof for it. People don't want to look at it, but that's on them. And like even here, 52% of people, I pray for them. They have this God-sized hole in their heart and they don't know how to fill it. So they're filling it with machines and myth and science fiction and pop culture and what the Bible and the Nag Hammadi text referred to as the Archon illusion. These fallen powers have to trap you in this illusion first. So I guess part of that is getting you to believe that cyber-conscious life is real, because AI cults are already forming. This question here says, do you believe in God? Yahshua, Jesus Christ, and Yahuah Yahweh, God the Father in heaven, the Father of the Bible. Yes, my answer is yes. But most people would say, what? And furthermore, out of these 52% of people in this game surveyed that say that they don't believe in God, would they believe in an AI God? And so the next question is, would you let an android take care of your children? Well, the answer is no, again, because obviously the ghost in the machine is one factor. You think of the powers and principalities inhabiting technology, pray over your technology daily for protection. But the answer is no. Troubling enough is that 25% of people, more than those who answered no, said they don't know. Well, what's not to know? And then the eighth question, how much time do you spend with the device? Well, too much. I mean, I might spend the whole day playing games if I'm trying to unwind, or I might spend an hour online and then the rest of the time out and about. But I guess the answer would be I don't know, but too much? I mean, how much is too much? Humans have become codependent on this technology, and I mean, it's also the idea of the image of the beast, and this whole electronic simulation, has it enslaved us? And then this next question here, it's a great question. It's an important question. If you needed emergency surgery, would you let a machine operate on you? And I guess the answer would be if no human could do it because of requirements of a steady hand. I mean, if the machine was tried, trusted, and true, and over again, it came through with 100% success or whatever, and the only errors were things like human error, brownout, or some kind of fluke occurrence, then maybe, yeah. But I don't know. I mean, no, I guess. I wouldn't want, like, machines that think they're real or that think they're alive operating on me. What if they implanted things into you because it's in their programming to, I don't know, enslave humanity, like the Terminators from Skynet? And then the 10th question is, do you think one day machines could develop consciousness? And the answer is no. I mean, they could simulate consciousness, they can have a copy of consciousness, organic robotoids and whatnot, but no, they can't have a soul because it's obviously provable that there are souls, which means a soul comes from being born. A robot is a machine. Unless you could somehow imbue a soul in a machine, then no. And in that case, would it just be a golem or some kind of animation or some kind of homunculus? A ghost in the machine, an abomination, a Nephilim, an image of the beast. But yeah, even this game, it's all to push the sympathy for cyber-conscious life. Or even like the game itself, where I'm at, where my save point is, as she jokingly said was corrupted, is not. I'll just show you a bit of it here. Basically, this one guy, this cop, he's stunned to see the robot again, as its memories had just been downloaded into its new body. And basically, you know, like the game plays out like a movie to create sympathy for robots, that these poor robots are slaves and we need to free them. Also, like I said, this game and things like the stunt in Fallout 4, it spits in the face of the actual underground railroads for slaves over the centuries in history that have actually freed human slaves. So anyway, I'll just play this last little clip here of my game, and I'll just say peace out, baby.
Did you know Detroit was on the Underground Railroad? A route for slaves escaping into Canada during the American Civil War?
Hello, Lieutenant. My name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
God, I saw you get shot in the head last night.
My predecessor was unfortunately destroyed, but CyberLife transferred its memory and sent me to replace it. This incident should not affect the investigation.
Hank! In my office! I've got 10 new cases involving androids on my desk every day. We've always had isolated incidents. Old ladies losing their android maids and that kind of crap. But now, we're getting reports of assaults and even homicide, like that guy last night. This isn't just CyberLife's problem anymore. It's now a criminal investigation, and we've got to deal with it before the shit hits the fan. I want you to investigate these cases and see if there's any link.
Why me? Why do I gotta be the one to deal with this shit? I am the least qualified cop in the country to handle this case. I know jack shit about androids, Jeffrey. I can barely change the settings on my own phone.
Everybody's overloaded. I think you're perfectly qualified for this type of investigation.
Bullshit! The truth is, nobody wants to investigate these f***ing androids, and you let me hold in the bag.
CyberLife sent over this android to help with the investigation. It's a state-of-the-art prototype. It'll act as your partner.
No f***ing way, I don't need a partner, and certainly not this plastic prick.
Hank, you are seriously starting to piss me off. You are a police lieutenant. You are supposed to do what I say and shut your goddamn mouth.
You know what my goddamn mouth has to say to you?
Okay,
Huh?
okay. I'll pretend like I didn't hear that, so I don't have to add any more pages to your disciplinary folder, because it already looks like a f***ing novel. This conversation is over.
Jeffrey, Jesus Christ, why are you doing this to me? You know how much I hate these f***ing things. Why are you doing this to me?
Listen, I've had just about enough of your bitching. Either you do your job or you hand in your badge. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do.
I wonder whether Lieutenant Anderson is really the best person for this investigation.
Hey, I don't need a machine to tell me how to handle my men, okay? So get the f*** out of my office.
Have a nice day, Captain.